Friends, I want to tell you the story of Rachel and the Sulam. Does anybody know what a Sulam is? Okay, we're here to learn. So keep that word in your head. What was that word? Oh, come on, we can do it better. It's called a Sulam. What was that word? Sulam. Good. So keep that word in the back of your mind, because at the end of the story, we're gonna learn just what a Sulam is. Now, Rachel had just turned 6 years old. Is there anybody who's 6 years old here? Oh my gosh, so many people. You're all the same age as Rachel. So, one day, Rachel was strolling along in the woods near her house when she happened upon a great big rock. The rock was so big. She said, "Wow, that's a great big rock. I bet that if I could be on the top of that great big rock, I would be just a little bit closer to God." Now, you see, ever since Rachel was a little tiny baby, she saw her parents pray, and she saw how intense, how close they were to God, and she said, "Wow, I want that closeness to God. I want to be close to God." And so, Rachel she just knew she had to get to the top of that great big rock. So first, everybody, she tried to jump. She got low to the ground. Can everybody get low to the ground? She got low to the ground, and then she counted to 3. 1, 2, 3, and she jumped. But she couldn't jump high enough to get to the top of the rock. Okay. Rachel said, "Maybe I'll climb up the rock." So she got out her climbing fingers. Everybody get your climbing fingers out. And she put her foot into the rock. She got it in there. And then she reached and she tried to hold on to something, but she couldn't find anything to hold on to. The rock was smooth. She couldn't climb up the rock. So finally, Rachel said, "You know what? Maybe if I pray to God," I remember some of those prayers from temple, right? "If I pray to God really intently, with great concentration, maybe I'll be able to get to the top of the rock miraculously." Okay. So Rachel closed her eyes really tight. She was super focused, and she sang one of the prayers she remembered from temple. Maybe you'll sing it with me. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Va'ed. And she opened her eyes, and do you think she was at the top of the rock? No, you're right. She was not quite at the top of the rock. And so at this point, Rachel was feeling really frustrated, really upset. Is there ever anything that you want so badly that you just try everything and you get really upset about it when it doesn't quite work? Does that happen to you? Sounds like somebody knows the end of the story. So, Rachel was getting so upset that she began to cry. and one tear came out of her eye. And she said, "You know what? Mommy and Daddy tell me that when I'm crying, I'm just sleepy. And so I'm going to take a little nap." So just like her forefather, Jacob, she found a little tiny rock, not a great big rock, but a little tiny rock, and she curled up and she fell right asleep. And when Rachel was sleeping, she dreamed a great dream. She dreamed a great and amazing dream. She was still sleeping on the wood floor, but when she awoke, she saw that her friend Wilver had brought her. Wait, do you remember the word? Does anybody remember the word? What was the word? Sulam. Sulam, a ladder. Her friend Wilver had brought her a ladder. So you know what she did? She took one step, but it was a little rickety. And she was a little afraid of heights. But she knew that if she went step by step, by step, by step, by step, she would eventually get to the top of the rock. And then she took one more step and she leapt off. And suddenly, she was standing at the very top, right on top of the rock. "Oh my gosh," Rachel said. "Wow, I can see so far from the top of this rock." "Rachel, Rachel!" "Who's that?" "God, is that you?" "It is I, Rachel. It is God. Hashem is talking to you. I sent Wilver to deliver you a ladder, a sulam, to teach you something very important. That just like you had to get to the top of this rock by taking one step at a time, so too, with every great accomplishment that you achieve, you have to just take one step at a time." "Okay, God. I guess next time I'll just take one step at a time. Okay. But one more thing, Rachel. One more thing. One more thing, Rachel. I want to tell you something, just like I told your ancestor, Jacob, that you didn't have to get to the top of this rock to be close to me. I'm always with you in all of your journeys, in all of the steps you take, even when it's a little scary to take that first step. And so the dream ended, and Rachel woke up on the floor of the woods with her head on the rock. And she said, I know, God can be scary sometimes. And she said, wow, I guess God was with me in this place all along, and I didn't even know it. Shabbat Shalom.